good after 2 days of camp?
I feel great. We're putting in a lot of work. First 2 days, I've been training in Tennessee, and it's very, very humid out there, so can't really complain about the weather up here. But no, Coach Johnson, he's pushing us, and that's what we want to do. We need to continue to work and obviously build ourselves up until week one. So it's been a lot of fun out there, a lot of competition.
Do you feel that from the head coach, even on the defense, pushing you guys?
For sure. I know y'all can feel it even just watching the practice, just the intensity. Obviously, when you combine Ben Johnson and DA, everybody's getting pushed to compete every single day. And that's just the message starting every single meeting. Don't apologize for competing at every position group, no matter if you've been, year 10 like myself or somebody that's going to be a rookie, man. We're all out here competing, trying to make each other better.
Kevin, is that as intense in the meeting room as he is on the practice field?
Yeah, you could just feel it. The young guys kind of call it aura. For real, like he breathes competition. You could just tell just the intensity. I think he just wants the best for everybody. And I think that type of energy raises the level of everybody in the team. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So that's what we're trying to preach to every single person in the building. We're just trying to get 1% better every day. And it doesn't look, everybody knows success isn't like this. It's kind of like this. It's ups and downs. But we're just trying to eliminate those dips and make the dips smaller as we continue to climb.
You mentioned 10 years. How does this camp feel in terms of, I don't want to say more, but compared to some others you've had? Do you have a sense of kind of the feeling that they want to get out of this camp?
Yeah, personally for me, I'm just, overwhelmed with just like gratitude. Every single year you get to walk in the building on the first day of training camp, you truly understand how much of a blessing it is. Even seeing guys like, as you get older, you kind of see some of your guys that you kind of looked up to. Obviously Tyrann Matthews retired and things like that. So I just got a lot of gratitude for being able to play this game as long as I have, to be able to play with the guys that I played with. But like I said, just this team, man, we have a lot of lofty goals, and obviously it hasn't been a lot of success in this organization the past few years. But there's no doubt in my mind that we have the right guys in this locker room, on the coaching staff, that can turn this thing around very, very quickly. So that's what we're building to.
What are the lofty goals?
We're trying to win the Super Bowl. I think Brish said it in an interview when he was doing this training camp, but it was true. Ben Johnson wants to build a dynasty, and we want to be that dynasty. We want to be the guys that kind of get this thing started. Myself want to be one of the guys that kind of build the foundation of that and continue to go as long as we possibly can. So that's the goal. But like I said, man, we have a long way to go to be able to accomplish that.
How does Jalen being out impact you?
For me, it doesn't change up anything for me. My preparation is going to be the same, no matter who's going to be out there. Everybody talks about the next man up mentality. It's kind of cliche, but we had to continue to go. Jalen's working his butt off to get back. Obviously, he's in meetings. We're in the locker room. We're still discussing stuff that's going on the practice field, watching film together. But we all know the type of player Jalen is. So it'll be naive for me to say that, him not being out there is going to impact our defense. But when he gets back, I have full confidence he's going to pick up right where he left off last year, being a Pro Bowl caliber player that he's always been.
On that front, what have you learned about Nishan Wright since the spring?
He's been balling. He got a lot of turnovers in the spring. But I got full trust in him. He's been a veteran. He's been with Al in Dallas or whatever, so he already kind of knows the defense, kind of knows the technique and the things that Al wants to get accomplished. He's already coaching some of the younger guys up on the sideline, so he's a vet, long corner, being able to stick with some of these receivers. So I really like what I've seen from him.
What are some of the biggest differences having Jaquan back out there next to you that you see as a benefit?
Energy. We all know he's an energy guy. We started practice out, he's screaming. That's just kind of how he is. Early in the morning, 8:30, NBA young boy. He just has this certain aura, this energy that I love about him. You know what I mean? Like you said, he's going to bring the juice. And that's, like I said, be who you're going to be every single day. And that's what I love about him. Every single day, he's the same person. And he's a heck of a football player. Let's not get it twisted. I know he had the concussion last year, but the first 5 games, he was on a tear. So I'm expecting the same thing from him this year again.
Are there any tweaks that you've kind of mentioned to him about his game to make sure that he's able to stay healthy on the field?
Not at all. Not at all. He has to play the game the way he knows how to play it. I'm not going to have him go out there or second-guess anything. Play how you play. Obviously, kind of almost like being a big brother. You know what I mean? If I see any symptoms or something like that, I'm going to be the first one to report them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he's not going to change the way he's going to play. I don't want him to. I want him to continue to be the ball player he's always been his whole life. This game is is tough enough to play, and it's super fast. Don't be out there second guessing yourself. He's a hit stick guy. You know what I'm saying? You know how he's gonna play, so don't change it up at all.
Training camp, the start of training camp was much more intense in terms of how much you were on the field. How do you compare and contrast what you can actually get done, given that the sort of on-field reps are much more limited now than they were way back?
Yeah, I think this acclimation period, I mean, it's improved in my opinion. You know, my first couple years in the league, there I don't really remember the acclimation period. It was first day, we're full go. I mean, it was always first 2 day shorts and then pads, but now it's like the first 4 days no pads, and it's kind of good. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still great work. I think as being a professional, as being an older veteran, you need to get the pads on. You need to be hit guys and stuff like that, but. You know, it's all about taking care of the teammates. We're going to need every single person out here. We don't want to be first day banging and then, you know, about the second week, guys are getting kind of beat up and tired, and that's where injuries kind of settle in. So I think it's been a great job of kind of how they changed the structure of training camp for sure.
Challenge you to prepare in a different way, just knowing that you're not going to get as much on-field intensity in the early stages?
Not really. For me, it's really more about just being out there in the field, seeing different combinations, honestly mastering the defense. Those are the type of looks I need. For me, I know how to tackle. You know, I know how to make plays on the ball and stuff like that. So once the game comes around, I'm good to go. For me, it's just all about getting those reps to be able to master DA's defense. And after that, I think everything else take care of itself.
Continuing on the theme of you being in your 10th year, what was it like doing up downs yesterday with football too?
It was different. It kind of took me back to like high school. You know, it almost kind of felt like punishment a little bit. But no, it's special to me just because of I think the way DA kind of puts it to us is like you got to pay the toll. It's a buy-in. You know what I mean? It's almost like an initiation, and it's special. We had a guy Alex Cooks who actually reported here, got released, and actually they signed him in. I think yesterday. He flew back into town, and to start practice, we all circled around him, and he did his up downs. Kind of felt bad watching him do it by himself, but at the same time, it's just like that's just one of those deals, like the initiation of his defense. Like, and then once he finished, everybody was like, "Welcome to the defense," and got on with practice. So it's funny to me because he was saying the same thing. Like, if we get to week 15 and we sign a guy, he's gonna do 15 up downs. So that's gonna be 40 up downs, which is gonna be tough, But no, man, that's just what it is, man. I think that's the type of family atmosphere that DA is creating for this defense.
Do you think the DA has an aura?
Yeah, for sure. He's I think Ted's put it perfectly in the spring. He's a complex individual, for sure. I wouldn't say he's sort of like a madman or nothing like that, but just the way he sees defense, the way he wants us to play, the physicality and the attitude, I think he lives and breathes that every single day.
So it's 40 up now?
40. Yes, 40. 40 for sure.
Camp, like no more up downs? Or?
Yeah, no, once you did them, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Cheap toll.
Cheap. Please. I don't care if you're year 10 or year 1. That thing is real, for sure. And it's funny because in the meeting, we watched the film yesterday, but because they filmed it. So, y'all know Big Bill's like 340. I ain't trying to joke with Big Bill's my dog, but we got to like 20, bro. He wasn't even getting off the ground at that point. He was just hand on his stomach, picking his arms up. He was doing, it was funny. It was hilarious.
Did you hear TJ talk about he saw your cleats and he was trying to keep up with you? You were the barometer for him.
Hold on, what are you talking about?
TJ Edwards.
Oh, yeah, because we was next to each other. And, we was hurting. I ain't gonna lie, we was hurting. But like I said, you go to war with your brother, man. Everybody pay the toll and let's go.
Is it one of those things where you immediately get the interception once y'all start the 11 on 11 when you go, oh, it kind of worked?
Yeah, I mean, no, that was special. I don't think I've ever started a training camp with an interception. That was pretty cool. Tremaine has lofty goals for himself this year as well, so it was good to see him pop out training camp with a turnover. We know we need to get more turnovers this year. It used to be where, if you in the NFL, if you lead the team or if you lead the NFL in turnovers, that was usually, or lead a game, the team that wins the turnover margin is going to win the game. Now it's more about like pass completions and pass efficiency and all that stuff. But we always believe on defense, the more turnovers we get, the more opportunities or the more chances we have to win games. So we want to create as many turnovers as possible. So it was good to get the first one and start training camp.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, Ben was saying that you weren't happy with yourself last year or the team, that you're just coming in highly motivated like you always have been. Can you kind of talk about the renewed motivation for this year?
Yeah. we didn't win many games last year, so if you ask anybody on the team, they probably had the same type of answers. Like I said, I don't think I produced enough to contribute to more wins, obviously. But a lot of stuff I feel like I can get better at. I'm just looking back, overall improving. Just excited for the new opportunity, new year.
You had a deep play on the sidelines today in 11-on-11, just a little bit overthrown, it looked like. How much do you like doing that, like going deep? Could we see more of that, you being more active in the passing game this year?
As we wait and see, I guess. But that was kind of a broken play. I just kind of just took it deep. I wish we could have connected on it. But yeah, that's always something I love to do. Yeah.
Did that remind you of the play last year when you kind of broke out?
Very similar. Very similar. We just didn't connect on that one today. That's all.
When you talk about the frustration that we had last season, how much did that drive you on a daily basis in your training in the off season?
Very little, to be honest with you. My mentality is what it is, and it's not going to change. I didn't produce how I wanted to, but I'm not going to work harder because of that. I already work hard. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. You know what I mean? So I got the same mindset with how I work.
DeAndre, it sounds like the identity of the running game is still kind of forming. How do you get a feel in the early stages of camp of how it's all going to come together and what it's going to look like?
Yeah, it's day 2, so it's kind of hard to get a feel, especially if you're out there in just helmets. You know what I mean? Once we start putting pads on and start getting a feel, probably like week 2 or 3, probably get a little better feel of how everything's moving along. Run game.
You always hear about receivers and the quarterback gelling and getting on the same page. What's the process like for running backs in an offensive line? And obviously, there's so many new guys here. How long does that type of thing take?
Like I said, probably like next couple of weeks, as soon as we get pads on first couple of days, I know everybody gonna be excited and things like that. But just to get the timing with them guys and how they work their combos and things they gotta work through, and us being on time with them and our landmarks and our cut ups and things like that, definitely take time, take reps.
You had your best season in Philly going behind that offensive line, seeing the upgrades that this team has made. How much does that excite you, knowing how much that can help you with your game?
Can't wait.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait.
Along the lines,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
In what ways have you felt like Joe and Jonah and Drew? Like, in what ways have you kind of felt the difference with those 3 guys?
Just experience. Played with Jonah early on in my career. Got comfortable with kind of him and know who he is even off the field. But them guys, man, just experience. I would say, especially with Joe and Drew and the guys that they brought in the off season. Everything gelling good so far. Just excited to see where it goes.
How would you describe the experience of playing for Ben Johnson? Because you have some history there, and now you're doing it again. I mean, what's it like for you being in that offense?
It's amazing. It's amazing. I can't say enough how intelligent and smart he is as a play caller. Him just knowing his personnel and kind of just putting his guys in positions to succeed. And that's all across the board. So just excited to be a part of this team with him leading it.
How about Eric Bieniemy? What's that experience like to have him in your ear all the time?
It's good. It's good. Old school kind of coach, but me and EB got a good relationship, man. It's good working for him.
And we've asked Ben this morning about whether there's an ideal kind of run-pass split. And he goes, no, some games you gotta throw all the time, some games you gotta run all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The secret is to kind of be able to do both. Did you experience that when you were with him at all, that the game plan had some variance to it?
Yeah, and it'll vary week to week. Certain weather might dictate that, defenses might dictate which plays get called and how the game needs to be called and things like that. So it's a lot of things that go into it, yeah.
one more thing drawing on your experience with Ben Johnson. We make a big deal about how he's out there yelling and how intense he is and stopping practice yesterday. Is that normal? Like, did you notice that when you worked with him? Like all the stuff that we're learning?
Been the same way. That's kind of what we need, and you want that from the head, man. You just can't let nothing slide by the wayside and let things kind of go on without addressing them. You ain't gonna win that way. We can't get to where we're trying to go that way either. So it's good.
DeAndre, how does Caleb's command feel different?
Say the N one.
Caleb's command feel different?
Feel different. You can just tell he's get a little more comfortable, I would say, even from OTAs and kind of learning the offense a little bit more. Improving every single day, as we all are, with a new offense and new coaching staff and things like that. So everybody's improving every single day. I would say that.
We've seen Caleb work a lot more under center this year. I guess how different is it receiving a handoff under center versus shotgun, and like what are the keys for that part of the offense going along?
Difference wise, I mean, it's just under center and then a gun. As a running back, you kind of have done both throughout your career, so it's not really too much different. Kind of get used to it. And I think that answered the first question. What was the second question?
Just what are the keys for I guess receiving that handoff under center versus shotgun?
Make sure you look the ball in, I guess. Yeah.
DeAndre, Ben told us that the outside perception of this running back room is something that motivates you guys. What do you think the outside perception is?
Whatever it is, whatever the outside perception is what it is. All we can do is come here every single day and work. Whatever they saying is what they saying. Can't go back and forth with the media. We're never gonna win that battle. Just excited to put the work in every single day, and I'll see what the product will look like when we get going.
Couple more.
You said that you had some things that you felt you could do better. You wanna expound on what that was that you felt you could improve on?
Everything. Especially when numbers ain't where they should be statistically. Even though I feel like scrimmage yards, they was best of my career, but we won 4 or 5 games, so it's like can't sit up here and talk about anything positive. You know what I mean? Always got something to work on. Always got something to get better at. So, like I said, I'm always when team success is at a premium, everything else gonna fall in line.
What's the difference for you at running back when the pads come on in practice versus?
You get better looks. Kind of get a better feel for run game and things like that. You actually get to run the ball. So it's different when pads are all. It's hard for linemen and receivers to block. No pads on. That's all.
Kyle had that big run at the end of practice and then that shoot move. What'd you see?
Great run. Great vision. Got through clean. Scored. I was happy for him. Great play. Way to end it too.
What does he add to this run?
It's a great addition. You don't really lack anything from what I'm seeing. Real confident in his style of play. Real low to the ground. Great catching the ball at the backfield. Solid. Real solid.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it.